What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. Welcome to Fix Things Friday. We're going to be doing a ELRS ceramic antenna replacement. We're going to replace it with a little piece of wire. We've done this before here on the live streams on a Whoop Wednesday a couple of weeks ago. And after testing the fix, I was actually getting slightly better LQ and RSSI with a little janky piece of antenna wire rather than the ceramic antenna. So yeah, it's a fix that there's kind of no reason to not do if you manage to pop the ceramic antenna off. It might even be lighter. I doubt it though. That the ceramic antenna probably weighs nothing. But as does the little piece of wire. The little piece of wire that I use, I cut off of an old RXSR antenna. I have a bunch of replacement RXSR antennas. Any old 2.4 gigahertz receivers that you've got that you're probably not using anymore, they've got little tuned sections of antenna on them that you can just snip right off, strip it a little bit, solder it directly to one of the 4 little ELRS pads, and away you go. This is my full-time job. If you like this kind of content and want to see it continue, help a brother out. Hop on over to CiottiFPV.com and click some buttons. Patreon helps me out the most. You can join for 10 cents a day. That's $3 a month. It makes a huge difference. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but when a bunch of you do it, it literally allows me to do this all day, every day, and keep bringing the hopefully enjoyable content to you guys. I just realized I don't have the chat up at all. Let me get this going here and that going there. Top chat to live chat. There we go. Brandon's Baked Beans was first. Expander was next. Sleepy CBR, 16-bit FPV. Northern Tier, Frank Nicholas, Ram Donko, Timbo Slice, Zotek, PJ, Ram Donko again. CMYK FPV is in the house. Where you at? You in California yet, brother? Ethan W, Richard Vaughn, Brandon Woodford, Flush FPV, Metal Dirt Skin, Raccoon, Fat Pastor. Hey, a bunch of your guys' giveaway. Speaking of Fat Pastor, a bunch of your guys' giveaway stuff went out today, so look for it. Grizz, your motors went out today as well. Metal, your stickers went out today. Speaking of stickers, sticker packs are available. Metal Dirt Skin just bought one. For $10 whole, you'll help me keep on going as a full-time FPV donkey. You're gonna get a Micro King window cling. You can stick it right on the back window of your car without leaving any sticker residue. You can also put it on the inside of windows. It's a double-sided window cling. So if you have clear windows, you can actually stick it on the inside. That way nobody steals it, because it's, you know, I mean, who's not going to want to steal this? You also get the new logo here in upside down and right side up. That ain't it. One of them's a sticker. One of them's a magnet. You'll have to guess which one is upside down. $10, PayPal me, put your address in there, and I'll send you a sticker pack, and you'll have more stickers than your friends, and thus you'll be much cooler than them. PayPal link is over on CiottiFPV.com. Scroll down a bunch. There's also a bunch of affiliate links there. Next time you're doing an order on Flywoo, speaking of Flywoo, if anybody needs something from Flywoo, I'm trying to do an order. I only really need like $20 worth of stuff, and they're charging $10 in shipping, so I'm just gonna wait. I am gonna get some stuff for the giveaways, but there's just not a whole hell of a lot on there that I need to get. So if anybody is looking for Flywoo stuff, let's get in this together, and then I'll ship you stuff. There's a Flywoo affiliate link over there now. GetFpv, FPV Cycle, and a bunch of others. Hit the affiliate links before you check out. It's free money. It allows us creators to keep doing what we're doing. It makes a huge difference. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that nonsense. Help me out here on YouTube. And I'll just keep doing it. Testing, you know, breaking stuff, letting you guys know how it goes. PJ says, what's up, Collective and CiottiFPV? If you want to talk directly to me, you got to do what PJ did and type at CiottiFPV or just CiottiFPV, and it'll light up in orange. Just flew my Odonata in my yard in some chilly weather. Hands are cold, but ready for the greatest stream in the world. Thank you, brother. Let me pause this over here. There we go. CMYK says, yo, CiottiFPV and Collective. Brandon Woodford says, hey, hey. CMYK also says, flew my buddy's Larva X, and it was a blast on 3S. Jesus. Zotek says, hey, hey, great show on Wednesday. It was. Wednesday was a blast. I got 2 batteries on the charger right now because I have a shitload of gates set up, like, right here. Not the big gates, just a bunch of the smaller gates. But yeah, we're gonna, I need one of these because we're gonna test the antenna that we're gonna fix in a minute. And the other one we're just gonna freestyle like a bunch of goons. Frank Nicholas dropping the CiottiFPV.com link. Thank you, buddy. CMYK says, Cali life from now on. Very cool. CMYK has moved from Florida to California. CBCBR says, I just stuck a CiottiFPV 3D sticker to my laptop. It works much better now. See that? It makes things work better. Go figure, because I make things work much worse. Mutterheadskin says, Flywoo is having some sort of sale that I think ends today. Perfect timing for your affiliate link. There you guys go. Thank you, Metal. Ramdonko says, honest man equals CiottiFPV. I try my best, man. I try my best. What do we got in the world other than, you know, honesty and caring and not being shitheads? So Everybody be cool. CiottiFPV is, nope, that's my name. Bulldog FPV is in the house. That was odd. Hey, opening of the stream was the QAV-Cine 2.5-inch little rig here that Brandon's been helping me get tuned in because it's acting really weird. The pitch axis is very upset. I don't understand why. I'm starting to think that the gyro is maybe on its way out because it just doesn't make much sense that the pitch axis on a squished X layout, it just doesn't make much sense that the pitch axis is being so much more cranky than the roll axis. Although, when I look at this, is there anything going on here on the pitch axis? Like, so it's a pusher layout, which is admittedly awkward. This is the bottom. This is the top. Trying to see like if the motors are more supported on the roll axis than the pitch axis. Doesn't really look like it. If I try to flex the frame here on the pitch axis versus the roll axis, it pretty much feels the same. It's a really solid frame. Could it be this? This antenna is not super sturdy here. Could it be this? I mean, usually when the antennas are short like this, they're short enough that their little like vibrating frequency is high enough that it's not an issue, but you never know. Let me see if I can push it into the mount a little more. What's up, Felix? How are you? I'm gonna push it into the mount a little bit more. And I have one more charged battery. I'll fly it again tomorrow, see what's up. There's a wild Felix lurking behind me. That's a little bit better. I'll also put some, I'll put a little bit of E6000, which is also called welder, up between the antenna and the little TPU mount. And that should firm it up a little bit. Let's actually do that right now while I'm thinking about it. And that's about all that I can think of that would cause more issues on the pitch axis than the roll axis, especially on a yeah, I would think it would be the other way around, right? On a squished X frame, because there's more mechanical torque on the roll axis, which would mean that if there's any anger, it would kind of show up there. But there's so many variables with these rigs that it's really hard to say that with any amount of confidence. All right, so there we go. Just put a little bead of welder there towards the top part of the antenna. That should make it a little bit more solid. The last thing I'm going to do is actually plug this in and... Yes? How can I help you?
Hi.
How can I help you? What would you like? Are you hungry? I got nothing for you for the next 2 hours. There's lots of ramen though. Oh my god, why? Yeah, there's lots of ramen, and then when I wrap this at 9, we'll get some food situated. Cool?
Okay.
I have plugged this in. Don't do that. I have plugged this in. I'm going to put it into... I'm gonna pull the black box off of it real quick here and put it up over on. I'm gonna activate mass storage mode. That's what I couldn't think of. Yeah, I'm gonna put this black box up over on the Patreon channel, in the Cinewoop text channel, and so this most recent log is some changes that I made that Dare V suggested, DER_V. He took a look at the most recent log and he had some thoughts, and I figured, what the hell? I'll give it a shot. I did notice that with his settings, the motors got a little bit hotter than where we were at previously. So yeah, who knows what's going on there, but hopefully this log will help him and or Brandon continue to figure out what on earth is going on with this rig, because it's admittedly being a little bit strange. So over on the Discord, I'm gonna type @dare_v. Here's a log with your suggestions. ... All right, there's that, and then I'm gonna drop this in here, and there we go. Motors were hotter. All right, cool. It's interesting that the motors were hotter because Dare V suggested that I turn on both of the gyro filters. Previously, we were running on just gyro filter 2, which is not dynamic. Yeah, the motors are getting hotter with the additional gyro filter turned on. The dynamic gyro filter turned on, which is, that doesn't mean that the dynamic gyro filter is bad. What it means is that turning on the additional dynamic gyro filter didn't do anything. There were some other changes that we made, and those are what is more than likely making the motors get hotter. But yeah, that's a really good example of the, never, like, adding filtering is very, 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 very rarely going to, if ever, going to make the motors get hotter. I mean, if you have like way too much filtering, maybe, but yeah, it's pretty rare that adding filtering, especially like we didn't add much filtering, right? We just added a little bit of extra filtering, and it didn't seem to really help anything. So basically what that means, like I said, is that it's just not doing anything. If you add filtering and the problem doesn't get better, the filtering that you're adding is not accomplishing anything. So take it back out, because all it's going to be doing is worsening prop wash and adding a little bit of extra delay. Admittedly, not much extra delay, but every little bit counts. So there we go. The QAV-S is back in place. Although, so let me actually undo a couple of the things that that I think might be contributing to the issue here. Well, actually, no. Let me wait, because maybe something can be learned by that most recent log that I just put in there, and then we can kind of dial things in from there. So we'll leave this alone here. Hey, I got the Diversity, another one of the Diversity versions of the little USB VRx's video receiver, and we're gonna give that a try again after we get the and I also got a 42-foot long cable, so yeah, we can see if we get a little bit better video reception, or if it flashes white like the old one, and then I can return it. Let me get caught up on chat here, because it's I'm starting to see a bunch of orange. CMYK, oh no, we got that. Sleepy CBR, we got you. Monitor Skin, we got you. Danzo the Terrible says, hi friends in CiottiFPV. Felix is gone, so I'm not going to read your hi, Felix. Ramzak also says, I have a question. Was saving it for Bardwell, but if I charge one multi-cell battery on a parallel board, is that safer, the same charging without parallel board, than charging 2 or 4 or 6? What? If I charge one multi-cell battery on a parallel board, is that safer than charging 2 or 4? Yeah, absolutely. Parallel boards themselves are not unsafe. Having multiple batteries hooked up, to a charger in a situation that the charger does not know, in a situation where the charger is not accessing the balance port specifically on each one of those batteries, that's what's unsafe. If you had a charger that had 8 individual XT30 or XT60s and 8 individual balance leads, that would be completely safe because the charger is able to look at the balance leads on every single one of those batteries and make sure that there's not a single cell that's all of a sudden dropping voltage. The reason why parallel boards are a little bit unsafe is that they're kind of dumb in that you plug all the batteries in and then the parallel board with just one balance lead and one XT60 or 30 hooks up to the charger. So the charger is looking at the sum total of all the batteries, and typically what will happen is, even if you have a single bad battery on there, the other batteries, so you've got a bad battery on there, cell number 1 drops to 0.00. The rest of the batteries will, the cell 1 will show up to the charger as having a bunch of voltage. Yes, cell 1, the sum total of cell 1 will be a little bit lower, but it won't be way lower. And the charger is looking for an individual cell to be way lower. So yeah, that's what makes parallel boards a little bit unsafe. It's very easy to make a parallel board safe though. You just check the battery voltage before every battery goes onto the parallel board. So you take each one of your batteries, you plug your cell checker into it, you make sure that there's not one cell that's drastically lower than the rest, and then you plug it in and you should be totally fine. If you're sitting there with your battery checker and you get to a battery where one cell is like 0.2 or 0.3 of a volt lower than the other cell, if you choose to plug that battery into the parallel charger, you're on the hook. Like, that's on you. You're doing something stupid. That battery should go outside and away forever. On a live stream, I did that at one point, and the battery blew up. It didn't shoot fire. It just vented, and it was totally fine because I was keeping an eye on it and because it wasn't fully charged. So, yeah, that's how you make a parallel board safe, and that's why parallel boards can be a little bit less than safe. Ethan W, great question, Ramdonko. Ethan W says, just figured out that I can use my Tiny Hawk 3 as a tiny lifter while using 2S and an Insta360 Go 2. I'm mounting it with elastic band. Any better ways to mount it? Thingiverse is going to be your spot, Ethan, to try to find a proper Go 2 mount for that. If it's not on Thingiverse, then I mean, I guess you could see if anybody's willing to design it for you, but yeah. So check Thingiverse. Thingiverse's search kind of sucks, so search for like a lot of different variations, and hopefully you can find something. I've never seen anything on there. I mean, I've searched for like Insta360 Go 2 and just looked through everything, and I can't specifically remember seeing a mount for the Tiny Hawk 3, but that rig is not on my radar, so I could have scrolled right past it. So yeah, check that out. Maybe there's something up there. 16-bit FPV says, tell Felix to go get the rat out. The rats are actually in Sage's rooms, and he's hanging out with his friend in there. So that ain't gonna happen tonight. Sorry, 16. PJ says, when does Felix get the sticks? Let him fly a whoop. Felix and the family have 2 brushed whoops and a little Beta FPV light controller. And just recently, like this week or last week, Felix was like, can you teach me how to fly? I was like, hell yeah, just let me know whenever you're ready. So soon that'll be going down. I don't put any pressure on anybody to ever like learn to fly, and I don't think you guys should either. I gave Felix and the family like those brushed tiny whoops and the transmitter at Christmas, and I was like, hey, if you guys are ever interested, you come to me. Never gonna push this on you. I really think that's kind of important. Like, if someone's going to be interested in something, they have to find that on their own, especially with something as frustrating as FPV. I feel like the only possible way for somebody to stay in it for more than like a month or two is going to be if they, on their terms, become interested in it, and then they're going to have that stubbornness and that drive to kind of stay in it. If like you kind of try to push it on your girlfriend or children or friend or anything like that, I just don't see it. I've never seen that work, and I've seen that attempted so many times. That's just me, that's just my opinion, but yeah, keep food for thought, I guess. Mudkip says, get Brandon to help you out. Get Brandon to help me out with what, Mud? I don't remember what we were talking about at 7:16. Sorry, brother. YouTube just did the thing. Charles Marseille says, let Felix whoop soon. Ethan W says, just figured out that I can use, we got that. Rem Dago says, cool, thank you, you're certainly welcome. Riot 9 says, no bot grinder tonight, just a heads up, have a great stream. I've got to talk to a man about a horse, peace y'all. Riot 9, are you saying that you're not going to watch bot, or is bot not streaming tonight? Ramdango says, I had a recharge fire, but saw the puff and threw CiottiFPV and all. Through CiottiFPV? Ramdango says, we equals I want to know about VRx. We're going to try in a minute. These batteries are still charging. PJ says, oh, I totally agree. About a dedication, determination, you need to stick to this hobby is crazy. It's so true. Right 9 says, no Barker into stream. Posted in Discord about it. Got it. Cool. So we can hang out for whatever. I mean, I'm not going to go long, though, because I got a hungry Felix, and it's just me here. Maggie's in D.C. So, yeah, I take care of my kids. Metal Dirtskin says, bot is in New Orleans. I would be too, except I'm flying to Denver worth this weekend. What's in New Orleans? Is there an event, I'm guessing? Gertjan typed Ciotti with a Y FPV, and it didn't light up an orange, but I just happened to see it. He says, stay with liftoff. I'm assuming that you're using the liftoff is the simulator that you've got, and you're asking me if you should stay with it. In my opinion, no. I like Velocidrone a lot better, but liftoff is pretty damn good. So yeah, and I mean, none of the sims are really all that great, to be honest, in terms of like accuracy. So I mean, if you want to save a couple of bucks, yeah, maybe stay on liftoff, but I find Velocidrone to be noticeably better. And Velocidrone has some really cool other stuff like combat mode, and yeah, Velocidrone just seems to be like the better choice. But if you're, if it's a budget kind of thing, yeah, stick with liftoff. It's going to give you 99% of the accuracy that Velocidrone is, to be honest. Velocidrone's also cool because we stream on Sundays with Velocidrone, so you can jump in with us and hang out, and a lot of people enjoy that. So Marcelo Faxa says Maggie's in BC. Nope, DC, Washington. Ramdongo says it went bad equals outside. What went bad equals it went bang equals out. What went bang? I'm confused. Liftoff also does have Bardwell's Yard, which is really cool. Wait, no, it doesn't. No, wait, yeah, Liftoff has Bardwell's Yard. Velocidrone does not. That's my favorite thing about Liftoff is that. Stevie says, hello! Neutron F411 AIO looks great. Ceramic antenna option needs to be removed. Newbie Drone says, possible but no help. How? Any suggestions? Pliers and a prayer? Yeah, I've been breaking the ceramic antennas off by just flying these Mobula 6s around. Speaking of, let's do it. Let's swap the ceramic antenna out. By the time we get done, the batteries will be done charging, and we can fly around a little bit. Easy, phone. Easy. All right, so this is a rig. Hey, look, it's getting spooky up in here. Look. Ready? Felix put fake cobweb on the. You barely see it on the on my little lamp here last night. All right, so we're gonna do a little repair here, a little super simple repair. Chat. Somebody in chat looked up and found out that so when the ceramic antenna breaks off, you're left with 4 pads, and I forget what the deal is. Is it one of the pads is signal and the other 3 are ground? Hey, who knows what these props are? I'll be pretty impressed. I'm not giving you any clues, but who knows what this prop is? This is an OG prop. That's the only clue that you get. I'm not going to tell you the size or anything because that would kind of give it away a little bit. OG Micro folks, impress me with your with your old school knowledge. Come on, Logitech. You can do this. Good job. All right, I'm going to put this over here. All right, so yeah, what I did on the initial repair is I just kept soldering the wire to a different pad and seeing when the RSSI numbers went through the roof. So that'll absolutely work. But if you've got a Modulus 6 ELRS receiver, the pad that you want is... I can look at the other one that I did the repair on. The pad that you want is the farthest inside. I'm going to show you in a minute, but I just wanted to look it up to make my life a little bit easier. So it's going to be, it's the pad that's right next to the LED. It's the pad that's closest to the little LED and where it says ELRS. So that makes life a little easier. So, like I said, any old Huckleberry, good guess, but you're not there. Metal Dirt Skin, I am impressed, brother. How the fuck did you know that? Well, I mean, you knew it because you have them, but I'm impressed. Did you have to look that up, Metal? I tried those on the, I just put those on the QAV-Cine, and I was sort of, I was sort of impressed. I'm not going to keep them on there, but I was impressed that they weren't worse. Those old school propellers were very out of balance. And I was impressed because they were not all that out of balance. This is my box of video antennas, and I thought that I had a couple of receiver antennas in here, but apparently not. So this needs to get put away, and I need to get out my box of receivers, because in theory, that's where my receiver antennas are going to be. Alright. 3 are ground and 1 is signal, Kevin Summer says. I thought I remembered that. Very cool. Gert Jan says, sorry, my question was, do you like DRL sim above liftoff? I've never used the DRL sim. Marcel says, how in a rush are you for that 3D print mount? Not in a rush at all. I can have it done for you next week and delivered by Friday. Is that okay? I have a couple other prints I wanted to send you anyways. Yeah, no rush whatsoever, Marcel. And I'm actually meaning to send... what are the colors that you have again? Off-axis? I forget, man. Ramdonko says, can we get the shortest UFL True RC, please? Where to affiliate? I should have a GetFpv affiliate link to that in the description of the streamies. I think. I hope. Maybe. Maybe not. So yeah, at one point I bought a whole bunch of these replacements RXSR antennas from Amazon, and I still have a whole bunch of them in here, doing me absolutely no good because I don't really put RXSRs on anything anymore. I'm going to give you a quick measurement though, because technically speaking, you can just take any old antenna. Like, you could take... You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. You guys probably have 10,000 of these, if you're anything like me, of these Immortal L antennas, right? These are the cheap shit-ass antennas that come with the Crossfire Nanos. And this is a perfectly good piece of antenna wire here. It just needs to be cut to a different length. Right now, it's cut to a length that's tuned for 900 megahertz. These are replacement RXSR antennas, and these are cut to a fifth wavelength, I think, but it works totally fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to sacrifice one of these guys, because I think I only have 2 of these left, and God forbid I ever need them. So this is what you can do. You can take your old-ass rig that's got a 2.4 receiver on it, an old FR Sky 2.4 receiver, and look. What's going on up there? You guys partying? I have to fly the whoop up there to make sure they're behaving. All these antennas are the same sort of material, right? So all you got to do is line these guys up, technically it's a better idea to use one that's pre-cut because it's going to be the absolute exact right length, but we'll be all right. We're just flying around the house. It's just a tiny whoop. So you're going to line these up absolutely as close as you can, and then you're just going to cut down the Immortal L antenna as close as you possibly can to where the 2.4 antenna turns from silver to black. And I'm actually going to cut it a tiny little bit long because I'm going to strip a little bit of this to solder down to the pad. All right, so as an example, here is how short, here's the extra length, so there's the, that's not going to show you. You know what I'm doing. I don't need to show you. You're smart. You guys are smart. So now we've got a little piece of antenna that's roughly tuned the correct length for 2.4. Not exact, but pretty damn close. And I'm actually going to cut another one of these down. I'm going to cut another chunk out of this Immortal L because I don't want to put this Immortal L back in that box because I will absolutely accidentally use it at one point. And that would be bad because it is now tuned to the complete wrong length. So there we go. Now this Immortal L is completely worthless. I'm going to throw it away. And now I've got two little replacement bits that are roughly tuned properly. I keep saying roughly because the exact length is like a sensitive kind of thing. So you are not going to want to do this on something that you're going to put a half a mile out. This is awesome for tiny whoop stuff, but yeah, for outdoor, like bigger kind of quads and whatnot, just get a new receiver or a new or get a proper antenna wire and solder it on, that kind of thing. But in the case of a tiny whoop, it's all good. We gonna be alright. If we have a fail-safe, we'll just have to get it out of the sink rather than getting it out of the river. So I'm just really lightly using these wire cutters to leave a little dent because this is incredibly thin. All right, so I've got a little dent that I left in the silicone, and now I'm just going to drive my fingernails in here, get a good grip on the rest of it, and try to yank it off there. Did I get it? No, not quite. Let's try again. And nope. Almost. It's getting there. I just want to be, I would rather be overly cautious with this and not nick any of the like 8 internal strands of this wire. So what we're going to do, I'm going to use the flat part of these pliers in here. So put it way down here where it's flat, and that's going to hold that really strong. Oh, balls. Okay. So hold it down here in the flat part, and that'll get a nice strong grip on it. And then we're just going to fingernail this a little bit off here. Almost. Oops. Jesus. Okay, hold on. It's really fighting me. Yeah. All right, let me take a look with the 5X loop off camera real quick. I mean, we're getting there, but it's kind of being a little bit of a dick. So let me get back in here with the wire cutters and just make sure that I'm leaving a good enough little spot for it to tear. Okay. There we go. That was it. All right, so now I just want to check this little bit with the 5X loop to make sure that there's no silver in there. and there is not. It is all clear. The reason I'm being so nuts about this is that we're trying to get the length absolutely perfect. So, yeah, let's have another quick look here. Oh man, there's a really drastic bend in it. These little exposed antenna sections of the wire are really sensitive, so be really careful. If you bend it really hard, it'll break the inner strands. So just be super careful. We are good to go though. I've got a little bit showing. Another little trick is just to hit this with a lighter. I've got a little bit of the insulation that kind of pulled. So if you hit it with a lighter, the insulation will tend to like shrink back up a little bit because it's just shrimp wrap. And yeah, now we got a nice clean area there. So we're going to tin this and we're just going to zap it down to the AIO, and then all will be right with the world again. So let's get this over here, and I'm going to do this quick little tinning method, which is to stand your solder up like this, put the wire here, and then bring the tip of the soldering iron down from on top. You can kind of like tin the wire a little bit, and then yeah, just drop it down, and away we go. We just need like the tiniest little bit of solder on the tip of this guy. Cool. That's good. And now we are going to use, let me actually clean this pad off because it was stuck to the ceramic antenna. So the one of the 4 pads that I want to use, I'm just heating it up a little bit. And yeah, there is a little pad that I'm going to have to take off of there. There we go. I guess that's what was stuck to the ceramic antenna. So there we go with that. Just removing a little tiny bit of the solder on that pad. And now I'm just going to add a little bit of flux to this pad. Oh, I added a lot more than I wanted to. That's okay though. Nice dry soldering iron tip. Let's go on there, and then we'll get that pad to be nice and shiny. It's already got a little blob of solder on it, so I just want to make sure that that pad is looking good. So there we go. That pad is the one like shiny one, and I removed the little, I don't know, there was like a little square on it that must have been the point where it connects between the ceramic antenna and the pad itself. And now we're just going to put this wire down. The wire is pre-tinned. This is incredibly small work, so you might want to use your 5X loop to do this, but I'm just going to kind of go for it here, and we should be okay. Just going to touch it for a split second, and that's it. We're good to go. Definitely want to check your work with a 5X loop on this one. Let me take a quick look here. And yeah, that looks beautiful. So what we're left with is, I'm actually going to hit this one more time. I just want to make absolutely sure this is sitting as flat on the pad as possible. There we go. That's it. That got it. Perfect, I think. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. So what we're left with, I'll be damned if this is going to focus, but we'll at least give it a quick shot. What we're left with is, there it goes. So yeah, that one farthest forward pad that you can see now just has this nice little bit of wire hooked up to it. And then what we can do is just kind of take this wire and bend it inwards so it doesn't get up in the props. And I'm actually going to stick it out the top of the canopy just to kind of get it up a little bit. So with a Modulus 6 ELRS, what we're going to do is run it right through this guy here. That singularity fits under the canopy beautifully, and we have got a perfectly working, in theory, Modulus 6 ELRS again. Let's screw this canopy down. Those batteries should be done charging, and we'll take a look at what the RSSI is like and the link quality are like. when I go all the way upstairs to the kids' floor of the house. So here we go. This will also allow me to spy and see what the hell's happening upstairs because I hear voices. All right, canopy is nice and tight. And this is the rig with the Weebleed FPV motors. So we'll put a little bit more time in on them. And you can see I just got the antenna sticking up like this. Not great that the antenna is sitting right next to the video antenna, but again, it's a tiny whoop. It's all good. I could make the situation a little bit better by just sticking... Actually, I will. No, it's fine. Well, fuck it. I'll do it. There we go. Well... yeah, that's fine. You just want a little bit of distance between your VTX antenna, which is transmitting, and your receiver antenna that is receiving. Best case scenario, eventually I'll stick it all the way across. This, yeah, I'll do it now. Fuck it. Yeah, so I'm going to run this to the other side here so that there's just the maximum amount of separation between these two antennas. There we go. All right, so yeah, now it's just running across. Not a big deal, but... and also if I hit it on something, it'll just tuck itself back in now. So yeah, that's good to go. All right, cool. So I need to get this onto the right channel. So that's and then I'm also going to need to pull this into OBS. So give me a second. PJ says, but what about the UFL on the Immortal L? I have a ton of them. I have a ton of extra UFLs. That is a good idea, though. Mudkip says, you ever going to try walk snail? If someone that I'm flying with has it, probably, but it's a little expensive, man. It's tough to do FPV full time. So I won't be buying it anytime soon. But yeah, I mean, if somebody else has it, maybe I can check it out. But yeah, it's the budget is super tight here, and I prefer to spend my money on like micro stuff because that's what sort of my niche is. So yeah, dropping like damn near $1,000 on Waka Flocka Flame is just not something that I can really justify, especially because I kind of missed the boat. Like if I was gonna do that, I should have done it already to get in on that initial hit of like reviews and whatnot. If you know, at this point I'm just another reviewer. I'm just gonna cut this UFL off of here because it is nice to have. I don't have extras of these UFLs. I have extras of the other side of the UFL. So good call, my man. All right, just drop that in there. And all right, cool. So this battery is done charging. Look at me go. Good timing. All right. So let's see. I'm going to go over to the VRx scene here, and I'm going to open this up, and we're going to do video capture device, and we're going to call this VRx div for diversity. We're going to hit OK, and it's not showing up. It's not warm either, so that's not a great sign. Unplugged it and plugged it back in. US webcam utility, Logitech capture. Let's click out and in. Well, it's either dead right out of the box, or maybe this, God damn it. Maybe this USB cable ain't cooperating. Let's try the the non-diversity one here that's been working for us forever. All right, let's see if this one shows up. Nope, it ain't showing up either. Well, so let's try this. Let's take the diversity one and we'll hook it up to the other USB cable. And we'll see if it wants to spring to life. Come on, you jackass. There we go. Okay. The diversity is hooked up. Now let me take that USB cable and hook it up to the hub and we'll see what happens. All right. Let's see. Hey, there we go. So the USB cable, the 40-foot USB cable that I got does not work. That's pretty frustrating. God damn it. What the hell? Why? Why you no work? What is going on? Why is this my life? Why did that shit the bed? Hold on. USB 2.0 camera. Yep, that's what it should be at. Hold on. What? 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 USB 2.0 camera, US webcam, Logitech. Yeah, no, that should be working. What? Why? Why would you do that? That's not what I asked for. Alright, so it's gone again. Let's unplug this. Here, let me do this. You guys can watch me fart around with OBS. Okay, so what's the deal? What's happening? All right, so let me try the new long cable because I kind of need the long cable to work. And I'll use it with the non-diversity. So let's try this. That's plugged in. Let's see what happens. Metal, I'm plugging all this stuff in exactly as I have been in the past. Let's try something else. Let's plug this white cord into a different USB port and see what's what. All right, so that's a different USB port. Wow, no. This cable just doesn't want to play nice. Oh my God, kill me. Let's try plugging the other shorter cable back in, which has the diversity hooked up to it. And let's see what happens here. Yeah, there it is. Wow, yeah. Doesn't like this other camera. All right, well maybe the diversity receiver will work. Jason, you can't post links, but in terms of like 40+ foot USB cables, there really aren't many options. I went through pretty much all of them on Amazon the other night. Okay, so, and I'll play around a little bit more with this off stream. See if I can figure out what the hell's going on with it. You see the white flashing? This is what the other diversity was doing. That white flashing is the problem. So I'm going to end up returning this almost certainly. But let's get it onto the right channel and kind of confirm that the white flashing is an issue. Okay, so what the hell's the channel that I'm on here? 5917. All right, cool. So let's get this onto 5917. I'm going to go down so that it loops back up. Come on. Come on. Here we go. 59. 17. And yeah, it's doing that white flashing thing, but it's only doing on the outsides, which is kind of interesting. Let's just go for it. We're gonna go to the VRx scene, and this is our new input. Let's blow it up, and let's see how it does. Yeah, I can already see the white flashing. Maybe it won't be as bad as the other one. Okay. All right, transmitter. Oh, nope, I gotta switch the module out. Oh, let me unplug this guy. Bear with me a second here, friends. Okay. And ELRS receiver going in. Shout out to BetaFPV for sending this over. It's their 1 watt. All right, camera's coming up.
Welcome to Open.
And we want the flat spot off on that side. All right. Let's rip around a little bit. For anybody that was hanging out on a Whoop Wednesday, if you can tell a difference between the... what was that about? If you can tell a difference between the diversity receiver, the non-diversity receiver I was running then, and the diversity receiver that I'm about to run now, let me know. I doubt you'll be able to, but you never know. All right, transmitter is coming up, and I'm gonna turn on my OSD so that you guys can take a look at the RSSI and the link quality. God damn. Okay, I was flying real quads earlier. I'm not fully adjusted. Hello, Felix! What, eating dinner? Eating dinner! Snacky dinner, snackies. As you can see, the RSSI is like pinned as if it still had the ceramic antenna on it. I swear to God, though, this works even better than the ceramic antenna. I do think there's something going on with the VTX on this board, though, because I'm even getting some lines on rapid fire. I gotta, oh boy. Uh-oh. Yes. I gotta figure out what's going on with, let's do some orbits to the right. That's the harder direction. I gotta figure out what's going on with this board. I think it's just too much abuse. Ah, balls. Did them one way, let's do them the easy direction. Although I'm tempted to like only do them to the right so that my right-handed orbits get as good as my left-handed ones.
Seconds.
Woo! Oh God, this flies so good! I love it. Let's check on the fly swatter up here. Yep, still up here. Oh God, that drop though. What's going on? Oh, the door's open. Oh boy, that door gets me every time. All right, let's come back downstairs. We tested the antenna. All is right with the world. Oh boy, it's hard to get down these stairs. Oh God! All right, so here's the gate situation. I was putting the gates away, and then I was like, nah, let's play with them. She said. I got a whole bunch of gates. Oh God, no! So I got the cube set up in like a little. It's like a multifaceted triangle. And then I've got the newbie drone gate set up here, and look, I'm hanging these guys now. Got them all secured, and then I got one more little tiny whoop gate here. Balls. Oh god, so I don't know what I can do in this little cubey thing. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty fun, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, that was fucking dope. Oops. Come on. Oh, that is cool. That is a really cool little, like, sideways throw kind of thing there. Knock down one of the newbie drone gates. Ow! That opportunity just kind of presented itself there. Oh no! Oh god, it's hard to fly. Acro in the house. Hi! So there you guys go. That is how to replace and repair a Express ELRS ceramic antenna and have a setup that's maybe a fraction of a gram lighter, and I swear to God it might have better range. I don't know. It doesn't. I can't really wrap my head around like a jankily measured bit of antenna the way that we measured it having better range, but I have heard that their little ceramic antennas are kind of garbage, so you never know. Let's throw the other battery through this, and then we'll move on to some other things. There we go. All right. So again, these are the Weebleed FPV 28,500 kV motors. They are available. I can almost guarantee you that they're going to sell out though. So if you want them, go get them over on Weebleed FPV, and get yourself some batteries while you're at it. They've got the BT 2.0 folded cell batteries that are just righteous. So go get you some. Treat yourself. It's payday. Buy yourself something nice.
Low battery.
There's no affiliate. They don't have an affiliate program yet, but that's fine. These goggles have just decided to shut the screens off for some reason. Okay, we're back, and we're back. How's the Diversity receiver? Is it better, worse? Is it flashing? What's going on? Same amount of interference, but less rolling. I'd say more watchable. So it's not flashing white. Well, that's a huge. Hey, Maggie's in the house. What's up? Maggie's must be at her hotel room in DC. Although no, wait. I guess phones get internet now, so maybe she's. Ah! Maybe she's out and about. That would have been sick. Wow, it bounced all the way back here. Let's just do it again. Oh God! Hold on. Hold on. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Oh, God. This is one of the things I really dig about the Weebleed gates is they're a little bit smaller. I'm sorry. They're a little bit bigger is what I meant to say. Let me concentrate for a minute here. No. No. Let's try this again. Oh, we're so close. I don't know what I'm even trying to do. I don't know if I'm trying to go over the thing. I'm just trying to not crash when I'm doing this. Let's try it again here. Oh, God. Why do you hate me? Ah, it's fine. I didn't crash. It's not what I wanted to do. I don't think I knew what I wanted to do, though. Oh, God, I just hit something. Oh, boy! Oh, I might not be able to get out of here. Oh, look, I can. Woo! Oh! I love crashing down here because the carpet is, like, so plush. It's just like a joke. Oh, so the 0702s have this, like, immediacy to them So you can like approach low and then just flip the throttle. Throw yourself up like 5 feet in the air to get through a gate that's hanging. It's really just electric. Ah, crap. Ah, the couch came out and jumped in front of me. Let's do some not so crashy flying. What do you guys say? Let's just fly around a little bit. Like a sane person. No, who wants that? Nobody wants sane. Oh! Who put that sim rig there? Oh God, really? Really? Oh, rejected right in the face. Oh boy. Ooh! Oh no! There's too many things here to blow away with the wash from the tiny whoop. Here we go, dropping low. Oh, why? I think I might need to, hold on. What's my hover throttle at? 42, 41. I think I have my, 41. Let me bump it up to 45. I use a good whack of throttle expo. And it's super sensitive to, actually I'm not using that much, that's only 0.3. Let's move it up to 4. With these really powerful motors, great. Throttle expo helps out quite a bit. But you got to get your center point absolutely dead on, and you got to set your center point at your like cruise speed. I think I have a little too high now. See my when I'm cruising like this, oh boy, that's a bright light. When I'm cruising like this, I am hanging out at more like closer to 40 than 45. Let's see a little trick from last night. Hi! 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 God, is that satisfying? The easy orbit, right hand. I'm sorry, no, the hard orbit. Right hand is hard orbit. Whee! Oh God, I'm gonna touch myself. Don't touch me. Low battery. Don't kill it. Oh boy, it's not bouncing back very fast. 3.37, 3.38. All right, we're gonna have to put this battery in the charger. That was a bit much. But there you guys go. There's some tiny whooping for you on this fantastic Friday. Those words both begin with AIF. AIF. Great, AIF. They both begin with AIF. AIF is a thing. So there it is, friends. That's how you swap out a glip glop in the with your flip flops on. That's how you swap out a broken ceramic ELRS tower antenna to a little piece of wire that works just as good, if not better. Let me unplug this diversity receiver. So the feedback I'm hearing from you guys is this little diversity receiver is not flashing white, huh? That's pretty spectacular. I'm going to keep the diversity receiver here. I would love to know what the hell is going on with this USB cable and why it's not working. It's nice and long. But if it ain't gonna power the device up, it doesn't do me any goddamn good. Arrgh! All right, so here it is. Is there anything weird about it? It better not be a power-only cable. Son of a bitch. It's a power-only cable, isn't it? Are you kidding me, Amazon? Why would you not be... Ugh. It's a power-only cable, isn't it? I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think to look for that. What do I have that I can plug in that uses this micro USB that passes data to figure this out, other than the receiver? What uses micro USB that passes data? Insta360 Go uses USB-C. Oh, fucking flight controllers, of course. All right, let's see. If this doesn't hook up to Betaflight, then I bought a power-only cable. Well, this will also let me see if the cable is full tilt broken, because if it sends power, the flight controller will light up. So the flight controller is lighting up. Let's bring up Betaflight and see if it'll connect. Juju says, what pair of analog goggles would you recommend for under $250 or around that range, because my Ishine's only lasted a month? I would recommend that you get a set of used Fat Sharks, my man. Yep, it's a power-only cable. Son of a bitch. Okay. Well, that was easy to figure out. Although, let me try one more thing. Let me plug it into a different spot, just to kind of make sure. Because I don't know if I've ever plugged a data device into that little port that I just had this plugged in. Let me just make sure. Real quick like. Okay. Alright, so that's plugged in again. And yeah, nothing in Betaflight. It's a power-only cable! God damn it. That's super annoying. Okay. Back it goes. Mudkips with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, homie. He says, haven't seen any super chats. Put this towards your GoPro fund. I shall, my friend. Thank you. Let me just wrap this cable up so that I can send it back. All right, there we go. Well, that's a bit annoying. Not the end of the world, though. Okay, pull this back over here. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Gear fund goes from 64 to 84. Thank you, brother. Very cool of you. As a reminder, this is my full-time job. Head over to CiottiFPV.com. Click all the buttons. Patreon helps me out the most. But anything that you guys do is super helpful. Click the thumbs up. Leave a comment. Speaking of comments, let's take a look at Wednesday's live stream to see what comments were left. And we'll talk about them real quick here. Your channel and videos and Whoop Wednesday 0702 battle. Well, there's a bunch of comments. This is something I try to do on every live stream. So if you can't watch these streams live and participate in the chat, you can still leave a comment, and then on the next live stream, we'll talk about it. So, Todd's Nightmare says, awesome live stream as always. Just ordered the Gore motors with the WeBleed FPV battery, a Mobula 6 AAO, and the Meteor 65 frame. Time to try a 65 millimeter. Very cool, Todd. You're going to love that combo, man. I'm giving you a thumbs up and a heart. Monodirtskin says, I missed the start of the stream, but regarding the 400 milliwatt setting on the Happy Model Whoop boards, 400 milliwatt is what the Open VTX devs call the YOLO setting, meaning that it'll just push as much power as it can consume. You may get a lot more than 400, but if the quality control is ropey, which it is, let's face it, it might burn up. I've actually heard that before. Thanks for calling that out, Metal. I forgot. I remember reading that a while ago, and I just remember laughing at that. Just YOLO setting. Apache Smoke says, what's up, Ciotti Hello Collective? Hope the frame build will work out for you this time. I will buy one if you ship to Holland. You're getting down the stairs real smooth. So young and drunk already. Nice pictures. Surprised that the Tiny Lifter freestyle is so good. Stay safe. All inside. All inside, not jokes, but like inside comments related to the stream from 2 days ago. So if you want to understand what he's talking about, gotta watch Whoop Wednesday. It's a good one though. You're gonna like it. Sleepy CBR says, just ordered the Gore Edition motors, Meteor 65 frame, and the Gem Fan props on We Bleed FPV. Wanted to throw them some collective love. Is that weird? LOL. Never weird, dude. That's gonna be a dope setup, says Joseph Dahari. And then Tri-State Drone Services says, here Dago Wop racing again. Nice. Dago Wop racing. Tiny Wop Dago Racing. Cool. So we're caught up from that live stream. And I am hungry. Your boy is hungry. I gotta get some food after this. Alright, we're all caught up here. And let's quit out of beta flight because we got nothing hooked up to it. Hey, let me help you waste more money on this hobby. This is an email from GetFpv. Let's take a look at it. This is just their like back in stock email for the day. HD0 VRx back in stock. Buy it now if you want to buy it. 720p, 60 frames per second. Other HD0 gear that's not necessarily back in stock, but just, you know, HD0 gear. Bunch of the little short MIPI cable. Looks like that's the 40 millimeter one, 4 centimeter ish, maybe more. I don't know. The huge VTX that's 1 watt. I love that it's red, but man, it's just too big and heavy. HD0 binding to flies. Look at all this HD0 stuff. Good lord. There's a tiny trainer ready to fly with HD0 in it. That's pretty slick. That makes sense though. The racers are digging the HD0 stuff. Oh, what? Okay. $100 off of Dominators. That's pretty slick. Look at that tower antenna just waiting to break off. Radio Master RP2. That's pretty cool. I like these big old solder pads. That's pretty cool. God knows if this is one of the ones that's like approved. Somebody in the chat, can you drop a link to the page with the thing? Which call out which receivers. This is ridiculous. I've just completely crashed. The Cybermech. Anybody getting the Cybermech LED visor? Any complete lunatics that are... Wait a second. Do they now have it for the... What the hell goggles are these? I bet you they now have it for the other goggles. Or maybe it's just really crazy looking. Avada stuff, don't buy that. It falls out of the sky and kills people because it refuses to disarm. What the hell is this? FR Sky RB40 24 channel receiver redundancy bus? What? Dual power and triple receivers. Is this for race organizers? I'm assuming. Redundancy bus. What in the world? What's it have a gyro for? Model stabilizing? What? What is this? I'm pretty sure I don't need it, but I am still curious. Free Sky NFC wireless power switch. Connect, disconnect power while keeping the battery connected. That's interesting. ProTech RB25. Hey, iFlight. Thank God that you've moved away from the stupid octagonal ducts. To round ducts so that your quads don't sound like fucking vacuum cleaners anymore. This is a huge step in the right direction for iFlight to get away from those like cool looking but horrible performing octagon ducts. Polar Nano, ELRS. A pretty slick little build there. These are not ducts, these are prop guards. They're going to be pretty fragile. They're just mounted at the motor mount base. But other than that, that looks like a pretty cool little rig. I'm down with that. AMAS connectors. Look at those anti-spark XT90s. It's pretty cool. And then of course XT30s, XT60s. What in the world? Aerial survey aircraft. Oh boy. Spy on your neighbors with help from GetFpv. Man, they're really pushing that cybermech. So that, yeah, this is the cybermech on the OG DJI goggles. Up here, they must have another version of the cybermech for the cybermech for the Waka Flocka Flame or the Dominators or God knows what else. Wait, no, it says right here, DJI goggles V2. Okay, so they have a cybermech for the Avata goggles. Interesting. You got a little power bank. Okay, 225 watts. Cool. Joshua's build, that's pretty fun. Clothing and stickers. Look at those X-Helix spandex gloves. Man, you could look as nerdy as the guys that wear the fingerless gloves and drive old classic cars. Luminaire Flex Fit hat. Okay, some stuff. Some Luminaire batteries. I've had nothing but fail with Luminaire batteries, so I do not recommend them. But, you know, you do you, bro. The Axie 2 HD2 and Axie HD2 antenna. I think the carbon fiber one from iFlight looks a million times better. Maybe this one performs better, but I don't know. I'm all about looks, you know me. DJI Mini 3 Pro's back in stock. I don't know why you would buy something like this from GetFpv rather than Best Buy with the protection plan, but I guess if you're out of the country, get your Mini 3 Pro here, for the love of God. If you're going to buy something like this off of GetFpv, though, please use someone's affiliate link. Hopefully mine, but at least someone's. A bunch of Speedy Bee gear. That's pretty cool. Anybody hear any feedback on that $80 Speedy Bee stack? I'm super skeptical of the ESC that stack comes with. Because I saw Mike from GemFan blow up 3 Speedy Bee ESCs that look just like the one that's in that stack over the course of a weekend, and he wasn't really doing anything wrong. Looks like they have a 1404 motor that's 4500 kV. That's interesting. I wonder who's making it for him. Ooh, that's a very cool little tiny LCD monitor. That's pretty slick. I'm actually into that. That's really nice looking. Parallel boards, they've got the Luminaire ParaGuard board. The specs look really good on it. So if for some reason you're not going to get a Strix Joshua Bardwell board, this is probably your best bet here. Very cool. It's got an individual LCD for each battery that you plug in. That could be really, really useful to making sure that that you don't have a battery. I'm assuming that each one of these things runs through the balance lead and constantly tells you the individual cell voltage. That's actually a really, really, really good idea, because that means that you don't need to individually check each battery before you plug it into the parallel board. So that's, wow, it's $70 though. Good God. I mean, $70 is a hell of a lot less than your whole fucking house burning down. So, if you don't have a parallel board, this might be my favorite because of that little feature there. That's a really big deal. I really, really like that. As long as that's how it works. But I'm almost certain that it is. $70. That's a lot of dollars. Wow stick! Get your wow stick, friends! They couldn't have just called it, like, a dildo? Instant demonetization. Hey, what do you think of this as a thumbnail for the Florida edit that's going up tomorrow? What do you think of that? The problem is, as this shrinks down, the text becomes a lot harder to read. So I should probably pick a different font, but I really like this font. So I don't know, I might just leave it. But yeah, I'm thinking that's gonna be the thumbnail for the Florida edit. Get your wow stick, get your giggle stick from GetFpv. You can just stick it right up into places that it doesn't belong. And that's it. That's the whole email from gigglestick.com. Let me get caught up on chat. Jesus. There has to be a name for what's wrong with me. There has to be. PJ says, would the Weebleed FPV gores be battery shredders if used with tri-blades? Almost certainly, PJ, but you can just motor limit them down in the PID tab. So, yeah, I would rather do that than get a lower KV motor, and then you can't scale it up. So, yeah. Stevie says, did you just snap that one off? The Neutron looks so much better built. I did not. No, it broke off on Whoop Wednesday when I was ripping around the house. On the Mobula 6 ELRS boards, the location of the antenna is dumb. They put it like right next to the bottom corner of the camera. So if you hit just wrong, it pushes the camera down into the ceramic antenna and just snaps it right off. But that's okay, because it took 5 minutes to solder a little piece of wire on there, and it works just as good without it, and the wire will never break, so it's all good. Ramdago says, can we get the shortest UFL True RC, please? Where to affiliate? GetFpv should have it. Let's take a look. So we're going to search for U.FL singularity. See what we find here. So, well, maybe not. Wait, no, hold on. It should be in the description here. Let's see. ESC, motors, props, camera, receiver, transmitter, antennas. Here we go. This is this is True RC long, luminaire micro axis shorty. Maybe not. Maybe not. Singularity short. Let's see what that comes up with. You know, I think I remember going through this, and I just don't think that GetFpv has it. I don't think I have an affiliate link to anywhere that sells the ultra short. Let's do this. Let's go to Joshua's website, and let's go to Tiny Whoop, and I have the ultra short listed right here. Well, this is the regular short, so yeah, it looks like only Race Day Quads, Pyro Drone, and True RC sell it, and I do not have an affiliate set up on any one of those websites. So yeah, you're on your own, but you can get it from a bunch of different spots. Use Joshua's affiliate link. He does have an affiliate link to Race Day Quads and Pyro Drone. Neither one of those stores will do an affiliate link for me, though, because I'm small time to them, which is fine. Yeah, they ain't wrong. I lost the one light. That's okay. Chat. What's happening? Chad, what's going on? Mutteritskin says, my very first bind and fly was the King Kong. I just lost another light. King Kong ET-115. I put those racer stars on there. Later removed the ducts, cut the 4 blades down to 2. I unknowingly converted it into a toothpick. Yeah, nice. All right. I'm going to pull this light off the stand to remind myself, so that on Sunday you guys can see both sides of my face, not just one side. Alright, it's plugged in and charging now. Oh man, it's moody as fuck in here without that light. Let's do this. Let's bring the light levels up a little bit. Let's come in here and we'll go to the black lamp and we'll go to balanced white. There we go. A little something for you. Marcel says red and blue and black and purple now too. Nice. Cool. Off Axis, I will. I'll message you a couple of things. Thank you, dude. Thank you for printing some stuff for me. It's super awesome of you. PJ says, no, we got that. Mudkip says we got that. June Logo says, whatever happened to the Woke Snail Fund? I turned it into the DJI V2 fund, and it filled up. And then I made a new one here. So yeah. Luckily, the DJI V2 goggles are going to not be around. They're not going to be available for a while, which is good because it takes forever for super chats to actually come to me. I won't have... So when that ended, it was last month. I won't have that super chat payout until the end of this month. And I don't even think they're going to be out by then. I think it'll be a little while longer. Jason Crabtree says, still flying the Ripsqueaks? Very much so. They're actually, all three of them are back together. And I've been flying the shit out of the one that's on 1306s, which is actually right over there. It's in this little cube here, hiding behind the fund. Right there. Yeah, it's just, they're just so fun. PJ says, yay, save the plugs. Metal Earthkin says, do you have a powered hub or something you can plug the far end into? Jason Crabtree says, here's a link to the cable you need. Did you try a 50-foot with an active repeater? A 50-foot what with an active repeater? A 50-foot cable with an active repeater? Surely there wouldn't be an active repeater on the cable. I think you might be talking about two different things. I've never tried a repeater. Get this battery on the charger too, just to bring it up a little bit from 3.5. Yeah, I've never tried a repeater. This was a 40-foot cable. This was a 42-foot cable. Yeah, now I just need to... I don't know. I was searching for a 50-foot cable. There were no 50-foot cables. There were only 40s. And I just... didn't think to I just forgot that I, you know what it was? I assumed that if you were to pay money for a micro USB cable that it would pass data. I assumed that when you buy a product and it comes with a cheap shit little USB cable, that was the only situation where they would be power only cables. Because come on. Like, don't do me like that. Don't sell me a cable that only passes power. What kind of Mickey Mouse shit is this? Come on. Don't do that. Fat Pastor says, better than Wednesday for sure. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. But does it still suck when I'm upstairs? Is it still hard to watch when I go all the way upstairs? Because I guess if a diversity receiver down here is good enough, then I don't need the 50-foot cable to put another one upstairs. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Fat Pastor says it's like a Whoop Jungle Gym in there. Got to order some more cubes. Hell yeah. I love the cubes. I really do. They're super cool. I want to get like one or two more of the cubes so that I can keep putting them higher and higher. Because upstairs I would love to have like a 4-high cube to use some of that height that we've got in the living room. Metal Gerson says, sane person. As they say, we're all mad here. It's so true. Dusty Joe says, what antenna mount do you use for your Cinesplorer? Didn't see any for it on Brain 3D. So for almost all of my rigs, I use this brilliant one from Thingiverse. Hold on. logged in real quick here. All right, so I use this one. So my collections, things to make, and it's always easy to find because there's no thumbnail picture. It's this one. This is my favorite little TPU mount for UFL direct antennas. I always run I never run those little like UFL or MMCX to SMA pieces because they're very heavy, and I find that they break really easily. So I always run my antennas directly to the VTX, UFL direct to the VTX or MMCX direct to the VTX, and then I put it in this little guy, and it's just like perfectly sized for the little antenna, and you put a little zip tie to get the TPU to grab onto that antenna wire, and it holds it perfectly strong so that even if you go crashing through the bushes, which is going to typically pull at the head of the antenna, it's not going to rip the UFL off, or it's not going to unplug the MMCX. This little thing works absolutely beautiful. And it's nice and lightweight, and it's simple, and yeah, you're going to love it. Juju says, oh, we got that. Mudkips, thanks again for the $20 super chat. Very cool of you. Brady's McBean says, okay, I'm back. What did I miss? Nah, nothing. Frank Nicholas dropping the link to CiottiFPV.com. Thank you, dude. Fat Pastor says it's Zoetech. It's actually pronounced Zotech. Fat Pastor, what do you mean? When you say it's Zoetech, what do you mean by that? You mean just that they're here? Yeah. They're here. But it's pronounced Zotech. Fly High's in the house as well. What's up, homie? How are you? Brains Bean says, big old solder pads. The Radio Master stuff should be solid because they don't suck and actually talk to the devs. I like that. 413FPV says, what's the best controller to order that will bind with my Emax bind and flies that I can piggyback an ELRS transmitter on for $120 or less, in your opinion? 413, I am unfortunately not the guy to ask about controllers. I have used old ass QX7s for the entire 6+ years that I've been flying. These fit my hands the best, and they're very inexpensive. Those two things combined means like they're the transmitter for me. But what I can say is the question of what's the best controller doesn't really have an answer. Without, like, the best controller is the one that fits your hands the best. So there's no way that someone that doesn't have your hands can answer that question. So yeah, if you've already bought a transmitter, and like if you've already bought a transmitter, you can kind of like get up on it and see how it fits with your fingers and make sure that you can get the sticks to the corners and see if it's comfortable and see if you like it. And then, like, if you do like it, then get something similar. If you don't like it, go the opposite direction. Or, better yet, if you can find some local pilots or, yeah, an event that's local to you, go there and then just fondle a whole bunch of people's transmitters and see which one fits your hands the best. That is, in my opinion, a much better way of choosing your transmitter than choosing by, ooh, this one has a color screen, because color screens are completely worthless. Or, ooh, this one has, I don't know. There's all kinds of shit that these transmitters have that's completely worthless. So, in my opinion, yeah, the right way to pick a transmitter is the one that fits your hands the best. And unfortunately, that's the hardest way to choose one, because you literally have to fondle them. Maybe you have like a local RC store that has a couple of transmitters, and you can hopefully, you know, sweet talk them into taking them out of the box so you can finger bang them a little bit, you know? Don't do that. They'll throw you out. But, yeah, that is, in my opinion, the best way to choose a transmitter. Is what fits your hands the best, because that's what's going to make you fly the best, and that's what's going to keep like your, you know, hands from cramping or something. I don't know, but yeah, there you go. Also, I don't know what transmitters have what options, because it's just not my deal. I don't get stuff sent to me for review. And I just, quite frankly, can't afford to buy every single transmitter that comes out because, Jesus Christ, it's like a transmitter a week at this point. What the hell is going on? So, yeah. But luckily here on YouTube, there are tons of reviews of all those transmitters that you can kind of look up. But, like I said, in my opinion, the best way to pick a transmitter is to fondle a whole bunch of them and pick the one that fits your hands the best. All right, hopefully this battery is up from 3.5 a little bit, right? Yeah, 375. Cool. All right, we did not kill any Tiny Whoop batteries tonight. Always a good night. Timbo Slice says, I just flew my new thumb grippies, Grandmaster V2. I gotta say, I think I like them. Very cool. One of the perks of joining my Patreon is you can get in on the stick end fund. Which is, I bought one of every single M3 and M4 stick end that exists, and I put them in 2 separate boxes, and I send them out to you when you request it, basically, which is a board. There's a board over on my, there's a text channel, I should say, over on my Discord called Dick Ends, because I'm 8 years old. I'm actually going to change the name of it right now, because it could be... I'm kind of sick of explaining it. I'm going to change it to stick/dickend. Will they let me do a slash? They won't. You can't do anything. Stick. I'll do end. Oh, come on now. There we go. Stick and dickend. Oh, God. Why do I do this? Yeah. The only way to figure out which stick end is going to be your favorite is to use them. Same thing with transmitters. Can't really afford to buy one of every transmitter and send them out to you guys, but through some super generous folks, I was able to get all those stick ends, and they're out. They've actually been out for a couple of weeks now. Each of them went out to 2 folks, so yeah, hopefully they'll be coming back sooner than later. But yeah, if you need it, I think there's one person that I saw in my email, I forget who it is, that wants to get them once they come back. So if you have the stick end boxes, hurry up, get through them, and figure out what your favorites are, pack them back up, shoot them back to me so I can get them on back out. Layman Board says, is the big HD0 1 watt heavier than a Vista? That's a good question. Let's take a look. Vista? Really? Well, helps if you spell it right. That's Vista. Something completely different. All right. Let's take a look here. Vista is... I think it's 12 grams. Here we go. Weight. 28 grams with... Please give me the weight without the camera. Please. Please. Hold on. They should have a listing for just the Vista. That's what I was hoping would come up, but... Come on, please. Just the Vista, please. I was looking at the length of their shortest cable. Really? Why do you do this to me? Oh my God. 1 watt. There it is. So it looks like this HD0 1 watt is, oh God, 28 grams. Yeah, it's heavier. It's heavier than the Vista with the camera. Jesus, 28 grams. What is it made of? Glod? Good Lord. Yeah, quite a bit heavier. Almost twice the weight. Ramdango says, Dave C hasn't made a video for a while. CiottiFPV and all. Man, I feel like a lot of people haven't made videos in a while, if I'm honest. Bannister Post says, thicker front maybe. They have one bold? What? Thicker front. Maybe they have one. Bold. Oh, the font. Thicker font, not front. Yeah, the bold version of the font doesn't look as good. I like that. I like the way that font looks. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving, Bannister Post says. Is it really Canadian Thanksgiving? What's that mean? Is that an inside joke? Are you flappy-headed Canadians? EVFPV says, just wrapped, am exhausted. Very cool. Very jealous that Eva was on a gig today. Man, I miss getting gigs. Ramdonko says, way cool, cheers. I wonder what I was talking about at 8:31. Kevin Sumner says, moody. I think he means CiottiFPV After Dark. Yeah, there it is. That's it. That's the move. June Logo says, you ever hit up Grayson Hobby Store? It's in Atlanta. I did. Yeah, Grayson is actually where the quad camp was way back when that I did the power loop and Matty Flip heard around the FPV world. And I've been there a bunch of times since. Yeah, it's a cool little shop. Alec Dvornik says, sorry I'm late. Hope you're well. Alec, your Cinesport guards went out in the mail today. They are on the way. 413 says, I was looking at the exact one you have coincidentally. Can you hook up an external module to it? Thank you for your help. 413, if you're talking about the QX7, then yeah, absolutely. There's an external module bay. Most transmitters that are not like absolutely tiny will have a full-size module bay. It's pretty rare that you'll find a transmitter that doesn't have a module bay. It's kind of like a standardized thing, which is really, really nice. Cool, there we go. Vista is 19 grams, according to Joseph DeHart. Thank you, brother. Fly High's been playing with thumb grippies. I like the mini mushrooms, but the Grandmasters and Specimen PV pinch sticks are dope. I just got the so in both of the shout out to thumb grippies, by the way. They gave me a really nice discount because I ordered one of every single thumb grippy that they've got. So yeah, huge shout out to them. They didn't need to do that. That was really cool. Yeah, I just got a set of the red We Bleed FPV Pinch Sticks Extremes because these are the only ones that weren't in that kit. They were either out of stock or maybe they weren't on their website at the time. But yeah, both of the stick end kits have all of the thumb grippies in them. I've really dug them. They're really, really, really cool. I really like them. We got 10 more minutes, friends. What do you guys want to screw around with? What are we doing? Should we, let's take a look at Brandon's, ow. Jesus, that's a sharp prop. We're going to take a look at Brandon's Baked Beans' suggestions on what to do with the tune with this thing. And then I'll put this thing back up in the air tomorrow, and I'll have a little bit more flight footage for you on Sunday stream from this little QAV-Cine. I'm also going to put this onto different propellers. These GemFan 5 blades are awesome, and the thrust is wild, but I'm going to primarily run this rig not ducted. So I'm going to go over to like a tri-blade. If you saw at the beginning of the stream, this thing rails. Like, it's really fast because it doesn't have the vertical guard or duct on it. So yeah, let's take a look here. Beta flight's coming up, and easy. All right, so there's where I put Brainsworking says same thing, drop PID D on pitch. The pitch this is pitch gyro scaled. Only way I ever get this noise indicator down is with less pitch damping. So basically what Brandon is saying is there's just too much noise down here in the low frequency range. The low frequency range is where the actual motion of the quad happens. So you can't put a filter down there because you would filter out the motion of the quad that you're going to then put back in with your set point. So yeah, we need to drop the pitch D-gain. Very, very strange. Very strange that pitch is having such a problem on this rig. I'm actually kind of worried that we're going to start to get too much prop wash on the pitch axis because we're just continuing to dump the D-gains lower and lower. But maybe not. Tuning does seem to be quite a bit different in 4.3 than 4.2, 4.1, 3.5.7, all those. So we're going to drop the pitch damping all the way down to 0.8. We're going to have a lot less authority on pitch versus roll. It doesn't make any sense to me because this is Squish X frame. So if anything, the pitch axis should need more. Also, there's a Vista in the rear, and the battery is mounted front to back. But, you know, black box logs don't lie. So this rig will just feel... I don't know. I feel like it's not gonna feel right because it's gonna have a much bigger mechanical advantage on the roll axis, but then there's gonna be much more. So there's gonna be a bigger mechanical advantage and more PID gains on the roll axis. So it's gonna be like incredibly snappy and locked in on the roll axis, but then on the pitch axis it's gonna start to get floppy if I keep cranking the gains down. But yeah, I mean we need to get that. I don't need to. I guess there's a wobble that we're really trying to get out. So I don't know. Starting to feel like this gyro might be shit in the bed. I just don't get it. I don't get why. Yeah, I don't get it. But we'll keep going. So let me the motors from the changes that I made from Dare_V's suggestions, the motors got significantly hotter. So I'm gonna undo some of these changes that I made from his post in the Discord. So let's hit save real quick here. We're gonna come into filter settings, and one of the things that Brandon's been talking about lately, so when you do the presets and you do like the clean preset, it turns off gyro low pass 1, which is the dynamic gyro low pass, and it leaves on the static gyro low pass 2. Brandon's Baked Beans has been talking a lot lately about how the you might want to do the opposite of that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to turn off gyro low pass 2, which is a static. And we're going to leave on gyro low pass 1, which is dynamic. I am going to move this up, though. I am going to move the slider up significantly to 1.75 here. So we'll do that. Gyro RPM filter, Dare had me drop this from 3 down to 1. I'm actually going to bring it back up to 3 because, again, the motor heat went up, and I'm a little scared by that. Take this minimum frequency and I'm going to drop it down to 150, just make it a little bit less aggressive. And then I didn't touch the dynamic notch filter, so we're going to leave that alone there. Those are the changes that I made to the filters, so we're kind of meeting somewhere in the middle here with the filters. Throttle midpoint, throttle expo, that's looking fine. He actually did have me adjust the TPA. He had me move the TPA from 0.65 up to 0.75. I'm going to move it back down to 0.65 because it didn't... well, no, wait. So what's the TPA is an amount driven... yeah, I'm going to move it back to 0.65. God forbid that was causing some issues. And then we're going to come in here to the PID profile. He wanted me to add more P gain. So I did that with this tracking slider. So I'm going to take that back out. I'm going to bring it down to where it was, which is 1.1. I think that's what added the extra motor heat, to be honest, was the extra PID gain. And then he had me do less Dmax, which is kind of fine. I think maybe I'll leave the Dmax alone here at 0.7. And he said more feed forward, but I hate feed forward. You guys know that, so I didn't make any changes there. And then, yeah, there's the TPA change. Okay, cool. So All right, we're looking good. Same thing, drop PID D on pitch. And, but Brandon made some other recommendations here, so let's read through them real quick. Reads like D term too high on pitch. All right, cool. Low frequency noises under the filters. Can't filter. D term is static. Lower D term. Only on pitch. Roll looks great. For me, I'd probably try and tune damping without the dynamic damping, but that's just me. It's easier to get consistent results. I'm totally happy with the D gain. I just need to get that wobble out. It just wobbles all the time. It's just always wobbling. Try lowering pitch damping slider to 0.85. I'm all the way down to 0.8. The drift, there's a slider specifically called drift-wobble, and the tooltip is really great on this one. Increases or decreases eye gain. Higher eye may improve tracking, inspire returns, orbits, or zero throttle commands. Too much eye, particularly with not enough P, may cause wobbles or bounce back after flips, rolls, or untrapping the throttle to zero. The wobble could also be coming from all that D-term noise. So I really don't want to go any lower than where I'm at already. 0.6 is awful low. Generally, you want the drift wobble slider as high as it can be to keep the quad tracking, but not so high that you start to see wobbles on chopping the throttle to 0%, which I am seeing. So I'm actually going to move this up because I really don't like to have the eye gain so low. You start to get issues with throttle chop bobble that anti-gravity can't necessarily fix. So yeah, I'm going to move that drift wobble up to 0.8, which is actually hurting the wobbliness, but hopefully by moving the D gain down really, really low here and the pitch P and D gain, those have now been like crippled. Hopefully that will get the noise out of the bottom of the schlip-schlop there, which will hopefully take care of that wobble. So we're good. I'll get this back up in the air tomorrow, and we'll take another quick look. I'm going to send you guys out of here because it is 8:58 with the rest of the flight footage from this off of the goggles. I need to get some food or I might actually die. June Logo says, work on the HD0 whoop. God damn it, that's a really good idea. Although, man, that is going to be such a Vietnam getting that going because I'm going to have to get, like, the goggle module. I'm going to have to, like, update. I'm going to have to completely learn HD0. So, I mean, that's not something I can really do in a couple of minutes. I think we're going to do that next week on Whoop Wednesday, though. We'll get the HD0 thing figured out. You guys won't be able to watch me fly, so it's not going to be great content. But at least I'll be able to fly it, and I'll be able to put a card into the module so that you guys can watch DVR. So you'll get a couple of minutes of Stevie Wonder up in this bitch, but then you'll get to watch the HD stuff. So. Thanks for hanging, everybody. Let me grab another flight file here from the goggles. 1.22 gigs. This rig flies astoundingly well. I'm really happy with how it flies. It's real good. I really dig it. And let's do this one right here. There should be some fun in here. All right, friends, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you on Sunday. Oh, I got to get this stupid overlay off of it. Hold on. Move it to trash. And there we go. All right, cool. Get you going on a little Epidemic Sounds. Be good, friends. I'll see you Sunday at 3 o'clock. Love you. Have an awesome Friday night. Later!